Okay, so in very typical fashion, I am very close to Shabbos, so I'm making this video. This week I have a really good excuse. I'm actually doing this video right now from Marion Station, Pennsylvania, where I am spending Shabbos. So I have a little more time here. It's 3:43. Shabbos comes in here around 4:30. But I am delayed this week because I've been very, very busy. Last night, our oldest daughter, Nava, got engaged. So yay, Mazel Tov. She is engaged to Ellie Fitoussi from B'nai Brak in Jerusalem. So very exciting news, but that's why I'm completely discombobulated today. Hey, Vera. Oh, yay. I'm nice and local. Come. I'm speaking Shabbos. By the way, for anybody local, I am giving the women's class at Chabad on the main line tomorrow morning. So I wanted to just very briefly, and this time it is going to be very briefly, speak about a really powerful lesson regarding speech in this week's Torah portion of Vayigash. We learn about positive speech, negative speech, but I want to speak actually about the way we learn how to positively criticize, which seems to be a contradiction in terms, and yet is really the concept in Judaism behind criticism. It says that even the word criticism, tochecha, is comprised of toch and cha, which is explained from the sages as coming from within a place of love. You know, if you're not motivated by wanting to help the other, then what you're saying is simply mean, it's cruel, it's unnecessary, you know, classic, as we were all taught, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Criticism, constructive criticism, should be tochacha, cha being numerically equivalent to 13, which is the numerical equivalence of the word for love. It should be coming from love. It should be coming from a place of, I want to help you. I want to point something out to you. I want to enable you to learn from this and to grow. And I'm doing it actually as a kindness. Criticism, when done correctly, is a huge kindness to the other. And I see you guys all jumping on. Hello. Okay. Not going to get distracted here. So how do we see this? We have a situation with Joseph, when his brothers are there, and he basically needs to get across them like, hey, I'm the one you abandoned in the pit, left for dead, told my father that I died, and whoo, here I am. And how am I going to do this without creating, you know, this uncomfortableness or fear or running away or any of the negativity? He's trying to create a healthy situation here. And so first he has everybody else leave. You know, there's no need to humiliate, to call out his brothers in front of others, to mortify them, to create an uncomfortable situation that's going to do no good other than to really put them in their place in a way that they won't even be able to rectify it. And then he says something so unbelievably simple, but so profound. And he says, Ani Yosef. I am Joseph. And it says everything. First of all, it says, I know exactly who I am. Okay, you clearly felt differently about me. You did not understand where I was coming from. You couldn't comprehend my intentions. You thought the worst of me. You wanted to get rid of me. You had your jealousy, but I know who I am. And I'm still that person. And I know where I'm coming from. I know who I come from. I know that I am Joseph and what I am here to do in this world. And that sense of stability and that sense of confidence and that sense of being able to define himself in such a clear way, it both states who he is in terms of identifying him, letting them know he's their brother, and also letting them know he's perfectly okay. He is Joseph. And it's also begging the question, but do you know who you are? You're the ones that did this. You're the ones that felt this way. You're the ones that acted in such a horrific manner. Who are you? And so it allows them to recognize their responsibility and their guilt and their regret without being called out for it directly, without being put on the defensive. It's such a beautiful example of criticism in a way that by not directly stating it, they're able to really learn their lesson. And he continues, is my father still alive? And he already knows the answer to the question. But once again, to call out, is my father still alive? Because what you did to him could have killed him. You destroyed him. You know, like, do you recognize the magnitude of what you did? And then part of that idea, I am Joseph, is that he then comforts them by saying, you know what you did, you're accountable for what you did. You are fully responsible for your actions. And yet, I'm Joseph. I know that ultimately I'm exactly where I should be. I'm exactly where I've needed to be. The entire process I've gone through is because that is what I've needed to learn from. That is my journey in this world. That is my growth. And whether or not you should have done it, ultimately, I know that there was purpose in it for me, and it is connected to who I am and what I need to accomplish in this world, what I'm here to do, and it is part of my process. So it's just this beautiful example of being able to really criticize, but coming from love in a powerful and strong way, not out of a place of weakness, but coming from a place of strength, knowing who he is, showing them that they need to know who they are and they need to live up to that, and that they are brothers and they have that same father, and that he is the one that needs to motivate them to do the right thing. And he brings out all of these points and ultimately achieves exactly what he's hoping to without ever directly calling them out and stating it in that kind of way that would just put them on the defensive and make them probably run away from fear. So with that, I want to wish you a beautiful Shabbos. And if you are in the Philly area, let me know. We would love to have you celebrate with us. We are having a l'chaim for my daughter, Motzei Shabbos. And let me see who is on here. Hello, all of you. Wow, such an exciting list. Okay, I'm going to go get ready for Shabbos. But good Shabbos, and I will hopefully, I'm not in Vermont next Shabbos either. I'll be speaking to you from Saratoga Springs. I'm doing a Shabbaton. Good Shabbos.